like horror and scary movies? If you do, then this video is for you. Horror movies cover a wide range of themes, from psychological terror to supernatural phenomena to slasher flicks. Here's a list of 10 highly regarded horror movies, and these films have irrevocably altered the horror genre by horrifying viewers with their endearing characters, eerie settings, and nail-biting tension.
Body in the blood? Body in the blood?
At number 10 is Get Out 2017. Get Out is a groundbreaking horror film released in 2017, directed by Jordan Peele. The story centers around Chris Washington, played by Daniel Kaluuya, who visits his girlfriend Rose Armitage's family estate for a weekend getaway. However, as the weekend progresses, Chris becomes increasingly disturbed by the strange behavior of the Armitage family and their affluent friends. As Chris uncovers the disturbing truth behind the family's seemingly friendly facade, he realizes he is trapped in a terrifying nightmare where racism and exploitation take on horrifying new dimensions. With the help of his friend Rod, played by Lil Rel Howery, Chris must navigate a web of deception and horror to escape with his life. Get Out is celebrated for its sharp social commentary, blending horror with biting satire to explore themes of racism, cultural appropriation, and commodification of black bodies. Peele's direction masterfully balances tension and humor, creating a chilling and thought-provoking experience that resonated with audiences worldwide.
I wasn't trying to snitch.
Snitch.
Rat you out.
Tattletale.
Number 9, Insidious 2010. Insidious is a spine-tingling horror film released in 2010, directed by James Wan. The story follows Josh and Renee Lambert, played by Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne, respectively, who move into a new home with their children. Strange and terrifying occurrences begin to unfold, prompting the family to seek help from paranormal experts. As they delve into the supernatural forces at play, they uncover a connection to their son, Dalton's mysterious coma, and the malevolent entities lurking in the astral plane. Desperate to save their son and protect their family, Josh and Renee confront terrifying demons and face a battle against dark forces that threaten to consume them. Insidious is celebrated for its innovative approach to haunted house tropes, atmospheric tension, and hair-raising scares. Wan's direction creates an atmosphere of dread and unease, while the film's chilling visuals and haunting soundtrack add to its overall sense of terror.
My name is Parker! What is this? Did you do this?
Number 8, Sinister 2012. Sinister is a chilling horror film released in 2012, directed by Scott Derrickson. The story revolves around true crime writer Allison Oswald, played by Ethan Hawke, who moves his family into a new home to research his latest book. Unbeknownst to them, the house holds dark secrets related to a series of unsolved murders. As Allison delves deeper into the case, he discovers a box of old home movies depicting the murders, each more disturbing than the last. However, as he watches the films, he unwittingly invites a malevolent supernatural entity into his life, putting his family in grave danger. Sinister is praised for its eerie atmosphere, clever use of found footage, and intense psychological horror. Derrickson's direction effectively builds tension, while Hawke delivers a compelling performance as a man consumed by his obsession with the macabre. Number 7, Halloween 1978. Released in 1978 and directed by John Carpenter, Halloween is a pivotal horror film. It unfolds in Haddonfield, Illinois, where a boy named Michael Myers commits a heinous act on Halloween in 1963, murdering his sister. 15 years later, Myers escapes from a mental institution, returning to Haddonfield to haunt teenager Laurie Strode, portrayed by Jamie Lee Curtis, and her friends on Halloween night. Carpenter's direction in Halloween is praised for its suspenseful atmosphere, innovative use of camera techniques, and iconic musical score which heightened tension throughout the film. The character of Michael Myers, with his iconic mask and silent, relentless pursuit, has become synonymous with the slasher genre. At number 6 is The Ring 2002. The Ring is a chilling horror film released in 2002, directed by Gore Verbinski. The story revolves around a mysterious videotape that, once watched, brings a curse upon the viewer, resulting in their death 7 days later. Journalist Rachel Keller, played by Naomi Watts, investigates the origins of the cursed videotape after her niece dies under mysterious circumstances. As Rachel delves deeper into the disturbing history of the tape, she becomes increasingly entangled in a supernatural web of terror and must race against time to uncover the truth before her own 7 days are up. The Ring is renowned for its eerie atmosphere, suspenseful pacing, and hair-raising scares. Verbinski's direction effectively builds tension, while the film's haunting imagery and unsettling soundtrack contribute to its overall sense of dread. Number 5, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. In 1974, Tobe Hooper directed The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a groundbreaking horror film. It tracks a group of friends as they stumble upon a cannibalistic family while paying respects at their grandfather's grave in the remote Texas countryside. As the group ventures deeper into the Texas countryside, they become the targets of Leatherface, a chainsaw-wielding psychopath, and his deranged family. What ensues is a relentless and brutal onslaught as the friends fight for survival against the sadistic family's depraved and horrifying acts. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is celebrated for its raw and visceral depiction of terror, created through its gritty cinematography, intense atmosphere, and relentless pacing. Hooper's direction immerses the audience in a nightmarish landscape of decay and brutality, amplified by the film's unsettling sound design and visceral violence. Number 4, The Shining 1980. The Shining is a seminal horror film released in 1980, directed by Stanley Kubrick and based on the novel of the same name by Stephen King. The film follows Jack Torrance, played by Jack Nicholson, a writer and recovering alcoholic who takes a job as the winter caretaker of the isolated Overlook Hotel in the Colorado Rockies along with his wife Wendy, Shelley Duvall, and son Danny Lloyd. As the family settles into the hotel, strange and supernatural occurrences begin to unfold, with Danny experiencing psychic visions known as the Shining. Jack's mental state deteriorates under the influence of the malevolent forces within the hotel, leading to a descent into madness and violence. The Shining is celebrated for its atmospheric tension, haunting imagery, and masterful direction by Kubrick, who crafts a sense of dread and unease that permeates every frame of the film. Jack Nicholson's iconic performance as the increasingly unhinged Jack Torrance has become legendary in the horror genre, while Shelley Duvall's portrayal of Wendy adds to the film's sense of claustrophobia and paranoia.
Here's Johnny!
Number 3, The Conjuring 2013. The Conjuring is a highly acclaimed supernatural horror film released in 2013, directed by James Wan. The film is based on the real-life paranormal investigations of Ed and Lorraine Warren, portrayed by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, respectively. Set in the early 1970s, the story follows the Perron family who move into a secluded farmhouse in Rhode Island only to experience increasingly disturbing and unexplainable phenomena. As the supernatural occurrences escalate, the Perrons seek the help of renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, who uncover a malevolent presence haunting the family. The Conjuring is praised for its expertly crafted suspense, atmospheric tension, and effective jump scares, all of which contribute to its reputation as one of the scariest films of recent years. James Wan's direction, coupled with strong performances from the cast, particularly Wilson and Farmiga, creates a sense of dread and unease that permeates the entire film. At second spot is Hereditary 2018. Hereditary is a critically acclaimed horror film released in 2018, written and directed by Ari Aster. The film follows the Graham family who begin to unravel dark and disturbing secrets about their ancestry following the death of the family matriarch Ellen. The story primarily focuses on Annie Graham, played by Toni Collette, a miniature artist, and her family, her husband Steve, Gabriel Byrne, her son Peter Alex Wolff, and her daughter Charlie, Millie Shapiro. As Annie delves deeper into her family's history, she discovers a legacy of mental illness, tragedy, and occult practices that begin to manifest in horrifying ways. Hereditary is praised for its unsettling atmosphere, masterful cinematography, and powerhouse performances, particularly by Toni Collette, whose portrayal of Annie received widespread acclaim. The film is known for its shocking and disturbing imagery as well as its slow burn tension that builds to a terrifying climax.
And I know you miss her, and I know it was an accident, and I know you're in pain, and I wish I could take that away for you. I wish I could shield you from the knowledge that you...
Number 1. The Exorcist 1973. Directed by William Friedkin, The Exorcist is at the top of our list, and this film remains a classic in the horror genre, focusing on the demonic possession of a young girl named Regan McNeil, played by Linda Blair, and the attempts of two priests, Father Merrin, Max von Sydow, and Father Karras, Jason Miller, to exorcise the demon possessing her. It became the highest-grossing R-rated horror film ever and the first to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. It is praised for its atmospheric tension, exceptional performances, and groundbreaking special effects, which set a new standard for horror cinema. Beyond its terrifying elements, the film also explores themes of faith, doubt, and the nature of evil, making it not only one of the scariest movies of all time, but also one of the most thought-provoking.
Be unto her, O Lord, a fortified tower.
In the face of the enemy.
Let the enemy have no power over her.
And the son of iniquity be powerless to harm her.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
These films represent a broad range of horror, from classic to contemporary, shaping the genre's evolution and leaving a lasting impact on viewers and creators alike. Pioneering works laid the foundation for storytelling, while innovative films continue to push boundaries. Their influence inspires filmmakers to explore fear and imagination, captivating audiences and cementing their status as enduring classics in horror cinema. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.